one of the problems that I have with the concept of only 3 forces being aligned with it is that the Twisting Nether is specifically stated to have all 6 of the cosmic forces, as we're aware of them, intermingling. And so it sounds unlikely to me that it would not have all of them. I kind of felt that the point of the Twisting Nether was kind of this primordial magical soup that includes kind of everything. I mean, primaries. So, like, it's not like the other aspects can't be found there, but maybe not in such abundance. So for the Twisting Nether to be chaos, life, and shadow, I think primarily that fits rather well. When I think of the Twisting Nether, I don't typically think of the light, I don't typically think of order, and one thing I do think about is void as shadow then, right? I don't think about, I mean, I guess I do think about death when it comes to the Nether a little bit. Like, there's some people who believe that their soul will go to the Twisting Nether when they die. And Illidan traverses the Nether, astrally, of course, by sending his soul there. So maybe shadow as death would make some sense there. The Twisting Nether is fucking weird. It is. The Nether Storm might be the exception with arcane energy. Arcane energy is all over the Twisting Nether. It still doesn't mean I associate the Twisting Nether with order, because arcane energy is not orderly. It can be harnessed and potentially used to bring order, but arcane energy is inherently chaotic and volatile. So when I think of it existing in a primordial form in the Twisting Nether, I don't think of order. Personally. When I think of the Great Dark Beyond, I think of order. I think of light. And I think of life, honestly. It's kind of the way that they seem to want you to think of it. Light, life, and order, whereas the Twisting Nether would be void, chaos, and death. Shadow, chaos, and death. But then it's interesting because beings like Dementius open portals to the Twisting Nether. So, through which massive amounts of arcane energy flows and corrupts, you know? That's how I was thinking about the Nether before too. Like, the Emerald Dream and Shadowlands are just ordered portions of the Nether, aka the natural afterlife. I mean, I can get behind that. Because, yeah, the Twisting Nether having all the primordial forces connected with it, I think is potentially indicative that it connects with every realm that we know. Is there a realm that doesn't connect to the Twisting Nether? Because the Shadowlands does. The Emerald Dream does. Reality does. Is there any place that doesn't? An in-between, you might say. Indeed. That's what So I've kind of long believed that the Twisting Nether was a series of magical primordial veins that connect Azeroth to the other realms. And that by cutting off the Twisting Nether and potentially the anchor points, ley lines from worlds, you might be able to sever connections between worlds or get rid of the bridge between them or realms or whatever. But I think that there's always a way to re-bridge them back together, like what happened with Draenor in the Dark Portal. Maybe they're like giant ley lines of the cosmos. That is my theory. That is essentially the theory. And that what you don't see when you look at the cosmic charts is that the world in the center is connected by magical tethers to all the other worlds around it. And so in this way, the worlds aren't just aimlessly floating there. They're tethered. They're anchored to it. And they have like tethers that move with them. That's kind of what I think anyway. Do you think the 15 transitive pathways the Arathi speak of run through the Nether? Yes. Yes. I do. I think that the prime transitory pathway is through the astral plane. That is the twisting nether. Yes. That is my belief. And I believe that ley lines may even transcend that. Ley lines might be the indication of where those connections occur, is rather what I should say. I love this theory. Thank you guys for letting me fucking talk about this, because this is one of my favorite things. I believe that Karazhan and things like the Dark Portal and Karabor they're not accidentally built on conglomerations of ley lines. That's not an accident. And I believe anyway, people would say the reason why they do that is because the massive arcane energy allows them to pull on enough power to bridge the worlds. But I kind of think that it's because those huge connections of ley lines are actually going into another realm. They're passing, the magic of them and the source of them, more than likely, is from the Nether and is passing into and through the Nether. And so in this way, I believe that that's why the Dark Portal goes through the Twisting Nether. I believe that Draenei ships also have the capacity to traverse the Twisting Nether, and Legion ships outright prove that. Legion ships outright prove it. The Legion ships literally fly through the fucking Nether. And how did we get from the bottom of the Tomb of Sargeras to Argus? We went through the Twisting Nether. And you want to know what's at the bottom of the Tomb of Sargeras? I'd be willing to bet a giant confluence of ley lines, considering that the Nightwell is sitting not 1,000 yards away from it. And that the Nightwell is already known to have, via the Archway, giant focuses of arcane energy that lead to it. You know what I'm saying? Just seems pretty peculiar. Ley lines might be all the magic that connects the point sources and planes would require these points. 3 points and are formed by at least 3 ley lines. I'm not going to get into trying to number them, but conceptually, ley lines may go between realms. The idea of 3 is interesting. I can't give science to that personally at the moment, but I don't think it's a bad idea. We still don't know exactly how the Twisting Nether came to be, since what's in Chronicle could be lies about... Yeah, that's a good point. So what they say in Chronicle is that the original cosmos was super chaotic and destructive. And it was roiling in fire and magic. And that over time, the most unstable and chaotic of those energies coalesced and formed into a separate realm, an astral dimension, known as the Twisting Nether. And this realm runs tangentially alongside reality everywhere. It's a realm that is like layered with reality, essentially. Anywhere that reality is, the Twisting Nether also is. That makes me think of the life stream, and how in FF7 the life stream transcends just the planet, and there's a cosmic life stream. That's the Twisting Nether. How did life arise in the Twisting Nether? How did chaotic demonic life ever arise if there was no carrying or movement of any of the... I don't know. That's just... I really do think ley lines are a big, big, big thing. The gravity spiral energy from Legion reads, the existence and mixture of various forces and energies often forms powerful vortices of mana. I like to think this is what we can visually see in the Twisting Nether. A mixture of various forces and energies forming powerful vortices of mana. That's a fucking fantastic interpretation. That's fantastic.